Please let myself and chat know, in order that you rolled them, what you got on those intelligence saving throw to learn about House Tyrannus, the House of the Sky Titans, or better known as the House of the Sky Titan.
I got that slutty 20.
Perfect.
I also have a. You say slutty, I say dirty 20.
An 18.
House Tyrannus, the Stormborn, the Sky Forged. Typically, these dragons get along almost iconically with House Inferna dragons. However, they also bear a interesting connection to House Glacerin, the Frostborn. Though really House Tyrannus can be found not in their own house or dragon flight, but lingering with other dragons. They have an unmatched sense of curiosity, except for maybe those from House Terravox. The curiosity from that whimsical house, or even House the Starborn. But Tyrannus is particularly known because their dragons are usually the largest, usually the fastest flyers. And it is curious that their hatchlings, though we only know this because of certain bonded dragons sharing stories, that their hatchlings settle in other dragon flights to make friends. Professor Valor puts up on the screen the only way to describe this dragon is a chubby bubby. Just a big, chubby bubby baby boy. Sitting with
I love that.
feather dragons. And this Tyrannus has markings all down his scales like a tiger. He's got 2 sets of eyes and a big underbite. She says, "This is one of our generals bonded. He goes by Coda. He is the Sky Striker. And when he was just a hatchling, looking for clutch mates, he infiltrated some of the house, hold on, I got him, Aethros, the Starborn, the Prism Dragonflight, infiltrated their hatchlings because he preferred the fruits that those dragons were being fed. House Tyrannus are adaptable and friendly until you cross them. And there is no vengeance like a storm-forged vengeance. Their elements are lightning and weather control. Their themes, at least what they look for in their mortal alignments, they're bonded. Strategy, battle, merriment, and ceremony. They hold things very sacred. Anniversaries, connection, friendships. Which is probably why you can find dragons from the Blue Dragonflight, House Tyrannus, sprinkled about the others. Their values are freedom, strength, cunning, and warcraft, though they are quite the jokesters and do enjoy, well, pranks. And she smiles and changes the illusion, and you see that there is a dragon in human form, naked, but also half dragon, shooting all of the new cadets in the cafeteria with mashed potatoes. This is from 3 years ago. This dragon is bonded. He and his rider are in the southernmost duchies, watching and keeping guard from the Beastforged legions. They enjoy practical jokes, senses of humor. If you wish to bond a Tyrannus, a dragon from the Blue Dragon Flight, know that you will be acquiring the world's largest. Someone shouts, "Drunkard!" I didn't say that. They like to drink, though! Not my words, cadet. She just sighs. They are clever and strategic. Their motto, saying that the dragons hold dear and their riders, is one strike, one storm. Though they are so large, they value agility as well as strength, but they value the agility both mental and physical. They are natural-born leaders that choose to follow, preferring to be strategists to a general, which is probably why they and those of the Red Dragon Flight get along so well. House Inferna and House Tyrannus. The first commander and the general. And she goes on to start writing some things down, and as she does, there is a great knocking on the door. Goo, 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 goo. On the intelligence saving throw, Lysandra, Talion, Zafkael. What did Sora get again? 20. Okay, so all of you gain a 1d4 bonding a Tyrannus dragon. However, the lesson is interrupted. The door is pushed open, and there is a little bit of bickering that can be heard. Kali. A seer says, "There is no time. You do not get to question dragons. Do." And you are shoved forward. Your job is simple. All of the unbonded are to make their way swiftly, right now, to the flight field, which is a massive floating island that typically the first years do not see until after they have bonded a dragon. But they are to show up now, because a certain dragon bothered your dragon, who bothered another dragon, who happened to all be in a squad. It's against the rules, but you are not allowed to question dragons, and hopefully you do not get expelled and or excommunicated from any of your classes or failed from any of your classes. Your dragon is a sweating, stressed out mess behind you as he pushes you into the classroom. What do you do?
Cadets, the dragons have requested your presence. I'd
Oh,
go
thank
quickly.
God.
But yeah, she's 5'10", tan, blue hair, bright blue eyes, cute little gold nose ring.
Oh, true.
At
God damn
the
it, you
same
should do
moment,
stream modes.
our Moot stands up because he's also, in this, probably more like a teacher's assistant. And as he does, Sadie trills, and she throws herself to the floor, gives this huge cat-like stretch, and she is the puppy that everyone must pet. As she begins to, like a cat, weave in between everyone's legs, ushering them. She's helping all of you stand and form a line, and Professor Veller looks at Kali, goes to interrupt, and then behind you, your dragon's face in human form, very tired, blue glittering hair, deep hollow cheeks and eyes. Exhaustion is the second flesh of this creature. And she says, "Ah, I see. Well then, let us make haste. Lysandra, do you pet Sari?"
Yes.
Okay, and Talion, do you pet Sari?
I give her a fucking look, but I do.
Okay, she does bite your finger a little.
Of course she does. Why the fuck would she?
And Safkael, do you pet Sari?
I definitely do. And I
Okay.
say, wow, you're so pretty. Thank you for letting me pet you.
Ooh, you say she's pretty and she...
Fucking chuffs like some goddamn diva.
Kali, do you pet Sadie?
I do.
She trills and gives you a little bit of a sloppy snoot press.
I love her.
With that being said, Professor Veller takes everyone in formal lines, 3 lines to be specific, to the great cage. And this cage, it is lifted by wince and metal. However, it is too slow for Kali's dragon. Glittering blue scales, gorgeous feathers, and starlight as he explodes in his shift like a puff and cloud. Just the sounds are like ringing bells and crystals. Kali, do you ride your dragon to the flight field, or do you get into the great cage, which looks like a huge bird cage almost, that he's about to grab in his talons and take off?
I'll ride on my dragon.
Okay. He is grumbling through that mental connection between the two of you. Out loud, he's making deep, guttural trills, grumpy sounds, annoyed, a little lost. But this is what her dragon looks like. Each beat of his wings causes those sparkling freckles to pulse. While you are all in the cage, Professor Veller explains, this is a starborn dragon from House Aethros, the Prism Dragonflight. Notice, each movement of his wings sends his magic pulsing and sparkling across his scales. He also is able to cloak himself using those little sparkling lights. And you fly up to the flight field. But I need everyone to roll a dexterity saving throw. It is an uncomfortable ride. Is the 13 what you're going with, Safkael?
Yeah, that's the best I could roll.
Okay, you will take 6 points of damage as you are bumping into other cadets and walls, and it's hard to keep your footing and your focus and etc. But there's something even in and among the uncomfortable flight that's beautiful as you rise up into cloud. There is kind of a great fanfare that goes throughout all of the surviving cadets. Wow, look at that. You can see it's snowing. You can see the huge church-like black steel and stone structure that is Nocturne Mortalis, the school, or Mortalis, the academy. You can see all of the floating aisles. On one of the floating aisles is a huge tower wreathed in this purple flame. With all of that being said, the dragon, the starborn dragon, when he drops the cage, it is teeth jarring. He does not open it for all of you. It simply is what it is. He flies off, and you can see through the constant shrouded gray and black mist that is always looming in Nocturne, there are 2 other colossal shapes waiting. And one of the colossal shapes rears its head back and trumpets in excitement. And a seer, in your mental connection, Kali, says, apparently this couldn't wait. Because Terranaxis ate for cadets last night, so Gormagog has requested an audience. I tried. However, Emrys is not here to keep everyone in line, and neither is any of the others of the Imperium that should be, and anyways, it all falls to me, and everything is falling apart because neither of them listen. Give me the word, Kali, and I will dive and I will rip his scales from his throat. I'll do it. I'm at my edge. I'm at my limit. I haven't slept in 9 days, Kali. 9 days. You can feel that he's sort of at his limit.
Not kill the flight squad. It's okay. Just let him meet the cadets.
If there are no more cadets, easy. I get to sleep. Kali, there are hundreds of thousands of mortals on the planet. Why do I have to let them live? Or I could attack Terranaxis right now. You hear in the mental connection, Terra. Is mommy a little sad? Shut up! Get out of my head! Oh, I could get in more places if you wanted me to. Fuck you! And Asir lands with a great cuckoo. But he's a Gormagog between him. What the cadets see is you see the Starborn dragon. That huge snake-like gullet down to his chest begins to pulse and glow. Blue and violet flame twisting in the underbelly. You think that he's going to shoot flames at all of you. There's just a rage. What does the party do?
I mean,
But like, we're still in the cage, right?
Sora is
You're
gonna.
still in the cage.
Sora's gonna approach the cage, like where this dragon is, and bow. And she's gonna be. I apologize if we have offended you or interrupted something. You've brought us here, and we would like to cause you no further trouble. And if that's all right with you,
Roll a
doesn't meet
persuasion.
his gaze. Right. 18 total.
And you're speaking to Asir?
I'm speaking to if this is I mean, he's the dragon that's there who's about to like throw flames.
Correct.
Yeah, she is bowing politely and she is asking, like, she's not telling him what to do, just asking and apologizing, like apology and then asking if it's all right.
And then he exhales a little bit of flame. Talion, what are you doing?
I am examining the cage and seeing for potential alternate exits aside from the door.
You could crawl through. It would just take a little bit of acrobatics.
Yes, but I don't know how the dragons would react to that. Because they seem particularly volatile right now. You know what? I think, I think he would try to use a little bit of acrobatics to crawl out from the cage. But he would also like to try to do it stealthily, if that's possible.
Okay. Roll it.
25 on stealth. Yeah, a little bit less, but not bad. That's a 23 acrobatics.
Okay, you managed to wiggle out of the cage. Which in reality is a caged-in elevator. But it's a little crooked because of a seer's claws, his talons, and dropping it.
How close are the NPCs to where I am after I crawl out from the cage?
They're all in the cage still. So we'll meanwhile from there. Lysandra, what are you doing?
I'm gonna be so for real with you. She's squaring up right now. No, I'm just kidding. She would definitely look a little triggered here. So eyes wide, looking back and forth between everybody around her. And upon seeing Sora being very polite, she will bow as well. I know, rare, but she will bow and she will look up into the eyes, or eye, I guess, depending on how much bigger it is compared to her, of the dragon, as she touches her scars on her face. No, a miracle is crazy, Gabe. Cut me some slack.
Okay, roll a persuasion.
Thank God. 19.
Okay. And last but not least, Zafkael.
I would like to kind of notice what the other cadets are doing besides our group here.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of gauge that. I am also definitely following Sora's lead, and I'm going to bow very politely, but I'm also just trying to blend into the background and not bring too much attention to myself.
So would you like to roll like a stealth or a perception?
Sure, stealth is fine.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
That's an 18.
Okay, you are very stealthed, watching and completely engaged, quiet. You notice Lysandra and Sora. There is a physical reaction in the dragon's body language. Instead of so many of the feathers sticking up like the mane of some great wolf, they smooth a little bit and the color starts to fade a bit in his gullet, its throat. And then a couple of things happen. You hear one dragon, the biggest one in the middle, make this chuffing sound. And then the dragon to the left of that big dragon, there's the sound of coin. And just in common, the dragon where coin fell says, "What the fuck?" And then the other dragon is like, "I love money!" And that's when you hear Kali is like, "What the fuck is that?" And there's a frog or something that she's fighting with. And then gnomes show up around you dancing. And the big dragon in the middle is like, "Oh, I fucking love this song!" And his big face, which is larger than any of you. You are the size of his tooth. He looks at you, bobbing his big head, and he's like, "Well, aren't you gonna dance along with him?" And they're like, yeah. They're all wearing dragon costumes. By the way, do you dance?
Sora,
enjoying this song,
absolutely.
right?
Sora went from tense to like, yeah, let's go.
I would say Lysandra.
Sora
Like her
breaks
eyes are
down,
gonna go
baby.
wide. Like she's still in full bow, touching her face. Her eyes are gonna widen. She's gonna drop her hand and just stand up so very slowly. Is this some kind of joke? What?
This is what he looks like, and he says, "You calling me some kind of fucking joke? I said, are you gonna fucking dance?" And at that point, there's like a glitter bomb that goes off, and all of you are covered in glitter, and the Sky Titan is like, throws his head back. "The name's Gormagog Sky Titan, and one of you little peons is gonna be my rider." And then he bites open the cage and peels it back. And his eyes, they slit and focus in on Talion for a moment, and he's like, "Oh, funny dat." And then he starts singing with the gnomes. And the gnomes are singing about how Zafkael's cool. Instead of saying Zafkael, he says, my housewife is cool, and you guys aren't really sure who that is until you see Terranaxis, the dragon behind him.
And I also join in on the singing and dancing, but change the words
Performance.
from myself to
Oh yeah, Sora
Gormagog.
does not sing. She just dances. She's having a good time.
Roll it.
Is that a performance?
Here, I'll use the other.
I'm gonna
Very
spend
nice.
one of those advantages right here, because I would love to roll a nat 20 when I'm singing about how cool this dragon is.
So there, we'll use
Oh my God.
the matching Terra.
That is a 23 on the performance. I got a 19
Nice.
on the dice.
Now, Gormagog is about twice the size of Terranaxis. And the both of them make a seer look tiny. After several minutes of tense celebration, does anybody else join in? In the party?
Suppose that's a no.
Okay. The blue dragon does not join in either. But after several tense minutes of Terra watching all of the cadets who do not dance, his fear turns on, and all of you, there is no saving throw, you are frightened. And in your minds, you hear a voice that says, he wants you to fucking dance. Do you? Is it a little, even if you wiggle?
He would. Okay. I don't know if you guys are chronically online or if you guys watch JJK, but the newest, or not newest, because that was yesterday. Last episode where Higuruma like rubs his face and like leans his head back in exasperation. She's gonna do exactly that.
Fair.
And just keep her hands on her face as she like wiggles her hips back and forth. That's it. That's all you get from her.
Okay.
There's not enough ale in the world for this.
He eats 3 cadets because they aren't dancing. One of them, he just spits and they melt in front of you. Anybody choosing not to dance now?
I'm definitely dancing.
Okay.
I want to please big dragon people.
Okay.
I'm doing it out of survival.
Okay. Lysandra?
Oh, like I said, she's doing her little wiggle while she's covering her face.
Perfect. It's a terrifying 20 minutes where your professor as well is wiggling. Before there is a trumpeting roar, and Terra's head whips around, and so does Gorma, and the two of them look at Asir, and Asir says, don't you fucking... And the both of them push Asir into the ground, flattening out his wings, moving boulders over them, and then the two leap off. And Asir trumpets angrily as another dragon lands, but you do not see this dragon. This dragon, you can feel that it is there, but it is invisible. And even as Terranaxis's terror leaves, there is a different kind of fear. And Asir is questioned in Draconic. Does anyone speak Draconic?
Alien does.
I think I speak
That's
Abyssal, not Draconic. Oh, yeah, I do.
That's
Okay.
a no from me, dog.
It's all right. Those of you that speak Draconic, this dragon basically says 3,000 laps through the mountain range. We do not intervene with their classes. And Asir just has these huge boulders on his wings, his face covered in mud, his feathers dripping. in the snow, and he says, "Yes, ma'am."
Lysandra's gonna chew on her lower lip.
Does
To,
Sora
like,
smell this
sort of
invisible
cover it.
dragon?
No.
Yeah, Lysandra's gonna bite her lower, like chew her lower lip to hide a smirk.
So we just see the footprints in the snow then. Or Kay does, not Sora.
You see nothing.
That's scary.
The snow seems to pass through this dragon. And then it simply vanishes. And Asir throws the boulders off as if they are nothing and shakes, covering all of you in mud and glitter. And then he sets Kali in and among your group. And he leaps from the flight field, leaving all of you stranded.
Well, this has been interesting.
Oh, it was interesting. Then it was like a little tense, I could feel. And then it was really fun. And then it was tense again. And now it's like, okay, we just roll with the punches. You want to explore around and see where we're going to go? Or how do we get down?
I suppose, but can we just hurry up and get out of here? Because it smells like somebody shit themselves. And I can't tell if that's like one of the charred bodies or if one of you lot did it.
I could tell you who it is. And Sora smirk, like just a giant smirk on her face, and turns around as her nose wiggles. And she's gonna do a perception check and see who shit their pants.
I mean, a lot of the students were afraid.
What's
Sorry.
sad is I got a nat 20 on this roll for some stupid reason.
More than one student. And your professor says, "All right, we'll get to the ropes. Come along. We'll have to climb down carefully. We'll hop to this island here, just below the flight field. And from there, we'll reach one of the bridges. And then we'll return to class. Any questions? Please don't straggle behind. That is not a typical occurrence or acquiesced from dragons. But that is a perfect example of House Tyrannus and House Inferna. And she continues to explain that Gormagog is some 5 to 10,000 years old, but he is considered a baby. Young. Like a teenager in dragon years. The question is, does the party follow, or do you stay behind? It's up to you.
She follows. Lysandra would follow.
All right.
Zafkiel feels more suited in the classroom, so he's happy to go back.
Okay. Italian?
This is going off of my earlier stealth, but I think Talion would stay behind for only a moment to sort of, because we didn't see where this dragon was, correct? It was completely invisible.
Correct. And the snow simply passed through. Mind you, Kali, when it gets to your turn, there is a fuzzy pocket frog that did pop out of your hair and start talking to you and triggered all the weird wild magic. You still have that. Go ahead, Talion.
I think he would. So he doesn't know where this dragon was, but he knows that he was talking to Acer. So he's going to go to where Acer was before he flew away, and he's, I guess I want to roll an investigation check just to see if there was anything at all potentially left behind that he could make note of. And if I need to roll a new stealth to do this, I will, but I'm just going off of my earlier 25.
Roll with disadvantage because of the glitter.
Was I close enough to where the glitter was? Because I thought that guard is within like 10 feet
Yep.
of where it... But I was out of the cage! Sad! Okay. Let me see then. Do I want to cancel it out with... Wait, is it disadvantage or -2? I can't remember with that card.
Disadvantage. Oh, it's a -2. I lied to you.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's a whole lot. Okay, that's a whole lot better then. So with a -2, I got a dirty 20 for stealth.
And the next thing you say has to be shouted, just so you know.
That is a horrible card to have on a mountainside. What?
All you see are Gorma, Terra, and Asir's prints.
I haven't rolled my investigation yet.
Initially when you approach. And they're
okay.
huge grooves. They're prints, they come up to your chin in depth.
26 investigation.
There is nothing of this dragon. There is no proof that it ever was. You just heard its voice speak in Draconic. This dragon, what you can assume, they are ancient. Everyone else with your passives, even Zefkael, yes. You all notice, Kali, you only know this guy because he's been pointed out a couple of times, but more importantly because Kaelin was particularly curious about this guy based on information from Seri. With that being said, all of you notice that Talion's missing, but you do not know where he is. You just know that he isn't with the main group. Remind me, Zafkael. Are you moving with
Yes.
the group, or are you staying behind for just a moment?
Oh, I'm going back to. I want to get back to class.
Okay. And you notice that Talion's missing because he stealthed. And Kali?
He's a crumb boy. He can take care of himself.
Fair enough. Kali?
Hmm?
You headed with the rest of the cadets, or are you staying behind?
We'll stay behind
Okay,
to make sure all the cadets leave.
fair enough. So you're pulling up the back for a reason.
Mhm.
One note as Professor Veller passes you. She says, "You will be speaking to command."
Okay.
And you can tell that you're a little bit in trouble. Probably because something like that has never happened on campus before. With that being said, Sora. You stay behind? Are you stealthing?
Yeah. Sora's gonna try to stay behind something because she's like, class is cool, but I also like being outside. She's has a hard time sitting still, and this is way more interesting.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a stealth. You have
Oh, boy.
-2.
It's just a 19. It's a -2, so.
Okay. You believe you're stealthed. At the very least, no one's called on you or beckoned for you back with all the other cadets. So what do you do?
She is just going to. She doesn't know Talion is like gone, or like we all know Talion's gone, right?
You
So-
know that he wasn't with the main group, but you don't know
Okay.
where he is.
All right, she's just gonna be like, I'm totally gonna look for Talion. Really, she's just wandering, trying to like, I don't know, get taken where she is because this is a new location.
The flight field. Mm-hmm. Which is like the size of 50 football fields. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Is it like just all covered in snow?
Mm-hmm.
I think she's gonna find a little patch of snow, sit down, and like breathe in deeply, and just like take a moment to meditate.
Right. At the ropes, Professor Veller gives instruction, which gives everyone advantage naturally on this first roll to descend. So that is Zeph, Kyle, and Lysandra. Go ahead and roll athletic checks to climb down.
That is a 17 for Zephkael.
Okay, and Lysandra?
17, I'll take that.
Okay, the both of you make it down. It is frigid cold. But there's something that you notice in the climb down. Your bodies seem to have adjusted to this sub-zero temperature. Like the magic has enswirled and infused itself in your skin. It's cold, but isn't so cold to you that you're going to freeze to death. Even though the rope below you and above you is frozen. It's curious and interesting. And it takes a while for everyone to lower themselves. And when the two of you hit the second island, there is Armut, who whistles loud. Cadets over here! And he's motioning at this huge, dark, like an open mouth, but it is a chain and steel bridge that connects to a secondary island above Mortalis. If you head down to Armut, and then you move into the bridge, I need you to roll in acrobatics, but this time with advantage, because Armut is explaining what to expect as you descend the sky bridge.
I got a 22 on that acrobatics.
What? I got a 21. It's showing in D&D, but D&D and Beyond, but not Beyond 20.
Did you see the roll in D&D Beyond?
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
So the two of you begin to descend, and the warped glass that's rounded, that forms almost a full enclosure, but not quite. You see through, and there are dragons in flight, distant. They must be very far away to look as small as they do on the horizon. But there's something about them that's that same reverent, majestic feeling. Both of you roll perceptions, please.
I got an 18 perception.
I also got an 18.
Twinsies.
Period.
Among this riot of dragons, there is one that stands out, faintly glowing, but in a bioluminescent way. And the wings, there are triple sets of them, and the way that they flutter. One wing looks like a natural leathern wing, but the other underside wings reflect and twitter like an insect's. It is so curious to watch this bioluminescent dragon and a dragon with feathered wings and a long feathered tail that ends in a hook. The two of them twist around each other in air, as if in flirtation, play, practice. You aren't sure. But make no mistake and no doubt that these dragons, they also have bonds with each other. Deeply complicated culture, friendships, families, some found, some born. Lysandra, you hear a voice, and you've never heard it before. And a part of you feels like it's one of these dragons, this cluster in the riot. Altogether, there's about 6 of them. But the 2 that are the most unique are the feathered and the dragon that looks almost like a blooming plant. And in this voice it says, I am watching you. Very curious you are, cadet. All my eyes are trained.
all of my eyes? Just making sure I heard you right.
There's a chuckle. Mm-hmm. All of them.
I don't believe to be very curious. Do I even need to whisper?
You
Can you hear
got-
me?
I can hear you.
Are you in my head?
Mm-hmm.
That's a bit invasive. But, you like what you see?
I like that you are fierce. But also soft.
Nothing soft about me. In fact, I am incredibly brick hard right now. And I do wish for you to show yourself so I can, maybe I can soften up for you.
Threshing. Listen for the song.
Sandra's gonna crack her knuckles and like crack her neck back and forth. Yeah, I was really hoping for a male dragon, but she's kind of hot sounding. I mean, you're kind of hot sounding. You know, I'm gonna be honest here. Are you gonna be in my head always?
Just right now. For a moment. Funny you should assume my gender, or that the dragon has one.
Do you have both parts, or?
Yeah, nasty too.
I mean, I just like to be informed. Listen. I'm going to be very honest with you here. I am a purveyor of all things delicate, hard, anything that you can imagine could get a person, going. So I need to do research. Back to what parts you have. Which is it?
I would tell you this, Lysandra. You are far too small to take this dragon for a ride.
So you think. We'll see about that. We'll see.
You feel the presence recede from your head, and you hear for a moment like an echo as this dragon speaks to another dragon and says, "Oh, a dragon rider, of course." And the other dragon lets out a trumpeting sound, and it's from that riot of 6 that are flying. And one of them blasts fire in the air, and it's this green, beautiful arc, and then an orange arc as well. Like you've amused
Lissandra's
them.
gonna like whisper under her breath. Most people would see that as a threat, and I see that as a challenge.
Okay. Zafkael,
Yes.
need you to roll an intelligence saving throw.
They see I'm the special boy today. I think I'm going to spend my second advantage here.
Okay.
I'm glad I did. Natural 20.
Okay. The feeling in your mind is like an anvil's just been dropped in your skull. It's honestly really uncomfortable. It's like a migraine and a headache. This presence is just so big. It feels like the nuance of mind speak is lost on them, and a familiar voice. So, question for you. Are you a boy or a girl?
I'm a boy.
Damn it. You hear another
Is there
voice.
something wrong with-
Another voice. Yeah. Told you. Fine. You win.
I'm sorry you lost a bet on that.
Me too. If I find you on the flight field again, I'm gonna have to sit on you till you die.
I would request that you don't.
Alright, noted. But notion denied.
Oh. Is there any way I can convince you otherwise?
How much can you eat?
I'm not a big eater, but I can cook. I'm told it's fairly good cooking as well.
What kind of food you make?
Anything, everything. What do you want to eat?
People mostly. But we've got an accordance, so sheep, horse, bovine. No,
There's a lot of things
I've
you can do
been
with that.
known to dabble in eating other things. Soft pedals, if you know what I mean.
I don't believe I do.
You hear the other dragon, you're disgusting. You've never tried it.
I mean, there are some edible flowers.
Sorry, they are.
I could use that as a seasoning.
No, you... Hold on, he thinks... Question for you. The
course,
mushrooms
anything I
growing
can
from
answer.
your face, if I wanted one, so I could use it in a recipe, would you rip it out for me?
These are a blessing from a goddess that saved me. I'd be very hesitant to damage or disfigure them in any way.
Understood. If I find you again, I'm killing ya. And he cuts off communication.
I didn't say no.
You think he took that as a no.
I was very scared. Oh.
With that being said, the top of the sky bridge is lit. Purple crackling flame. I need you and Lysandra to please make a dexterity saving throw as it begins to crumble underfoot. So the two of you make it to the end of the sky bridge. You leap off just as it is melted and at the same time frozen, so that it looks like this burnt, fragile glass statue. And the sky titan sweeps down, roaring, and it fills the air with thunder, like the pressure of it clapping.
Nightwind 21 says, you don't need to eat for the next 24 hours.
And we're gonna meanwhile to Talion and Sora and Kali. Kali, you have everyone's names. You took their names. You wrote them down and filed them. You know all of these cadets, the ones that have lived, the ones that have died, the ones that you will be condemning to the underworld tomorrow morning when the names are read off. And there are 2 missing. Sora Minamoto and Talion Blackwood. And it is your job, from Professor Veller, to find them. And if you do not account for them, you will be put on latrine duty. Dragon latrine duty.
Oh, shit. Mopping up dragon shit. Oh, good.
So with that being said, Polly, what do you do? Because those 2 are not the only students missing. Astoria Willowfall is also missing.
Fucking cadets. Does she have a familiar with her?
Yeah, he's always with you. He's drinking, though.
Drinking what?
Alcohol?
Hell yeah.
The little blue pseudo-dragon. When you look at him, he looks at you. I refuse to help you.
What do you mean you refuse to help? It's literally your job.
Nightwind21 says your character is thirsty and needs to drink 1 glass of the first liquid you see.
I don't care. Also, Kali, you feel this overwhelming, compelling feeling to drink his alcohol, which is fit for a dragon, so to speak.
She drinks it.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Great. Good.
My God, dude. This person's the one tasked to find us, and she might be fucking drunk.
Listen, I feel like the dragon, if he wants to drink, let him
16.
drink. It's cold out here.
You are tipsy. He takes it back. What do you have, brain damage?
Dealing with all of this? Yes.
He laughs. Me too.
You want another swig?
He pulls out his apple juice and gives you that to drink.
She's sipping apple juice now.
Save me some of that, though.
She will.
Your pseudo dragon also pulls out a stuffed fish plushie, hands it to you, and it whispers, hypes you up. He squeezes the plushie, and instead of making that horrible sound, it's like, you're really amazing, and you got this, and you're awesome, and you're sweet, and you're so cool, and I love you. You're amazing.
Where did you get that?
It was a gift.
Okay. Cadets? Please stop hiding? I don't know. You want to die?
He trumpets a little. Not really helping. He's lounging on your shoulders.
Wow, so helpful. Can you please come out so I don't have to shovel dragon shit? If I do, I'm putting it on you and your dead body because you will die. Please.
Your passive
come out?
perceptions, the 2 of you can hear this. However, we're going to get to what the 2 of you are doing first.
Well. I was gonna have him talk to himself for just a moment as he's investigating, but then I'd be shouting. I don't want to fucking shout.
You have to. Do it.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just not gonna have him
Sounds like
talk to
Twitter talk.
himself. Because
Okay.
we're on a mountain. I
Winter
literally don't
talk.
know. Stop trying to antagonize me. Anyways,
Shh, I'm not doing that. I'm being nice.
shush over there. Anyways. Ugh. For fuck's sake. God, I don't know how to play this out without fucking shouting. Doesn't make sense for him to do that. We're on a mountainside and it's prone to avalanches.
Makes sense.
No, we're in the
The
flight
chat
field.
gods say that you have to.
Yeah,
you're
we're
on
in a flight field. We're not even in mountains.
You're dying either way, either under dragon shit or on this mountain.
Yeah.
Pick your favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, an investigation didn't yield me anything. What about in Arcana? I basically still having him investigate this because he's very, very intrigued and wants to try to understand this in any manner of possibility. So this time he would try Arcana instead, if that's possible.
Yep, go ahead and roll it.
Ooh, this might be interesting. That's a natural 20.
This dragon's magic is beyond your human understanding. What you do see, what you do witness, there are areas in the snow where there are lines where the magic has reached out as if physical threads have reached out through the weave, and it has turned the snow to glass. Fractals. And they reflect like a prismatic spray, but there is very little light because it's overcast, it's cold, it's frigid, it's storming. There shouldn't be sunlight hitting this glass to cause it to be prismatic. It does it simply on its own. Magic. It's beautiful. But it is beyond the simple level 9. Powerful wizard magic. Capable. Those that is in humans. Continuum humans' capabilities to gather, collect, and use.
And then I get hit with a fucking gold coin, apparently.
Yeah. Common gold. Common gold collection. Probably the gold that one of the dragons dropped. You heard them playing with a couple of coins. Okay, while that is happening, I'm gonna meanwhile, Sora, what are you doing?
Sora is kind of like, so she's sitting on her knees in the snow, kind of like, you know, the Japanese style, and she's just breathing in deep because it's been so long since she's been by her, like just like out in nature and by herself. So she's just taking a moment to like take it all in because she's so close yet so far, and it's kind of like humbling. It's very humbling. So she's just taking a moment to like take it all in and being humbled by the landscape and being here and dragons and majesty, like all of it.
Just for the sake of the narrative, I want you to roll me a d20. I just want a flat d20. I want to see what you get.
All right, I'm gonna roll your dice, so let's see what happens.
Okay.
That's an 11. So.
Okay, so above 10. So for a moment, all you hear is your own heartbeat and the wind. You feel the cold snow, but it isn't the same feeling as the climb. You are more a part of it than an abscess that it is trying to freeze. And this voice, it's like a whisper. You enjoy the snow? Were you born in it? It seems like a genuine question.
I was born in a place of 4 seasons. I was born in summer, but I like the snow. It's quiet. It's beautiful when I could see it. But the wonderful thing about snow is I can still feel it.
You are blind, but only in your eyes. Your heart sees much. What is your
And yet
name?
it's cloud. Sora, and your name?
Only will my name be given to my rider.
Fair enough. Thank you. I was starting to wonder if my heart would only be clouded in anger. It's good to know there's still hope for my soul.
There is a weight of being judged and measured. Return, cadet. But know that I see you. And should you find me, I would bond. This dragon yields. Like it is looking through the very marrow in your bones. Your history laid bare. Your intentions raw and exposed. But there is a gentleness.
Sora would get up and she would just kind of like, kind of rub her arms a little bit. I don't know. She feels embarrassed, exposed. Like she doesn't want people to like look like it's scary being seen.
Mm-hmm.
Because that means you're vulnerable, and vulnerability it's a gift and a curse. And she goes back to like where the other groups were. So if Kali was calling
She will see
at
you.
that time, yeah.
So at the same time, Kali, that you see Sora, your pseudo-dragon, he straightens and he looks up at the sky. There is a silent winged dragon that takes flight. Her multiple sets of wings make no noise as they push off through the snow. And you can feel his yearning. His tail whips, his eyes, they dilate. And he leaps to the edge of your shoulder as if he wants to join her in flight, but he doesn't. And you feel his emotions, his yearning, because the two of you are connected. The thing about his yearning is it is not returned. And the two of you have never really spoken about it. It is just that when the moon cloud is near, wherever she is, his heart aches and follows. With that being said, Kali, you see Sora, her dark hair against all of that snow. The gentle flurries, hundreds of multitudes cascading and falling all around her, almost setting her off in a silhouette.
Sora,
Ah,
Get
yes,
over here.
present. Oh, yeah, I was here the whole time. And you are again.
I am Kali. Now help me
Kali,
find
lovely
the other
to meet you.
2 recruits before you all die.
Wait, what do you mean the other 2 recruits?
Talion and Astoria are missing.
Well, in the subject of not wanting to die, and looks at you, is like, Kay. And Kay's like, all right. And Kay looks at the alien, like, you're beautiful visage. Because I'm sure we can become friends. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. She tilts her head, and if you think she could wink, she would wink at you. Like, I will help you find my beautiful Kali. These other 2 dragon riders.
We'll think about the friend thing if you don't get eaten. Like the other 12 people that have been eaten.
You know what? Good point. But you have promise if I live, we get to be friends. We're shaking on it.
We'll
Eh?
shake on it.
And she sticks out her hand, and it's like, it's not towards you, it's off to the side. So clearly you can tell, like, yeah, she's a little visually like odd.
She'll grab your hand and shake it and be like, okay. Well,
Oh, your hands
Found
are
one.
so soft. Anyways, yes, yep, okay, you
Okay.
know. And she like
these
lets go.
hands,
She's like,
not meant for shoveling dragon shit, so if we could find them.
You're right. Mhm,
Can
absolutely.
you smell them? You smell good things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can probably like smell them out. Who's missing? I can
Talion and
see.
Astoria.
Astoria.
I don't
she's
know
used-
what they smell like. I don't.
Well, Talion smells delicious, and Sora. I mean, I'm Sora. Astoria also smells divine. So like, it's
What
very
is
hard.
this?
You know, it's like
What is
choosing a
this?
buffet. Like, which one do you want? All right. So Sora's gonna do what Callie asked and smells them out.
Okay, roll a perception,
Sniffa, sniffa.
and then tell me what you got, and we're gonna meanwhile there.
That is a 21.
Okay. Talion. It is clear that she does not see you, but you see her. Astoria. She is kneeling in the snow. Something in her palms is glowing, and she is speaking to it. And then very slowly, she lowers the glow into the snow, and it shifts from this soft, white, dappled, to this dark, fiery, not quite red, but not quite blue. Like the shades of a regular fire mixing, muddying it, turning it dark brown, black, and the snow hisses. And then there is silence. What do you do?
From where I can see Astoria, can I see like her facial expressions?
You're standing more behind her, more like offset, see her profile, her shoulder. It looks like she's very sad. The way that her body language is curled forward like that.
Hmm. Man, if I only had clothing that blended it with snow. But I have darker colors and they're all covered in snow. I can't dodge this fucking shout card forever. Okay. Instead of shouting, I'm gonna do the equivalent of shouting, and I'm just gonna whistle real fucking loudly at Astoria.
Okay, Sora, Kali, you hear the whistle, and then the wind catches Talian's scent, so you are tracking, you are trailing, but we're still with Talian and Astoria. She jumps. You see that she reaches up and swipes at her face quickly and turns in the snow, and then stands. I didn't see you, sorry.
People have a tendency to do that, that's fine. Couldn't help notice that you weren't amongst the gaggle of cadets heading back.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be slow, or we can go ahead. Her head tucks down, her gaze not landing on you, and she goes to move forward.
So are you just going to not bring up what I just saw? Or should I just tuck it under? It's a very private topic that you don't feel comfortable talking about right now.
She looks at you now. What did you see?
Flames. Blue, black. I couldn't see your face, but it wasn't hard to tell that you were having a tough time. Whatever that might have been. It ain't my business. But I am your squad leader for however long that is. So it's my job to look after you.
If I promise I'm okay, will you promise not to tell anyone what you saw? Please.
Fine.
Thank you.
But under one condition. If whatever I'm promising puts you or anyone else in the squad in danger, all bets are off. Understand?
I understand.
All right then.
Thank you, Talion.
Don't thank me just yet. We still have to find our way back before we end up freezing to death up here.
Did you notice that the cold was different?
You mean how I ain't freezing as much as the first climb? Yeah.
Me too.
That's probably a result of our bodies becoming acclimated to this place after that week of sleeping.
Could I ask you a question?
You can. Whether or not I give you an answer is another story.
Fair. Could you see it? Is that why you came over here?
No. I didn't see it. You're talking about the dragon that was here but not here. We could only hear its voice.
Yeah.
And left exactly 0 trail of its passage.
She's clutching something, you realize? Holding it close to her chest.
You actually saw it? Or sensed it? I don't know.
Kind of. And she shows you in her hand a luminescent scale.
How did you find this? Did you just find it in the snow somewhere?
She nods aggressively several times. but I think you should have it. She takes your hand and puts the scale in it. You're the squad leader,
Why?
after all.
No, why? You found this.
She closes her fingers around it. Because you're gonna help keep everyone alive. And I'm not the squad leader.
Whether or not you're the squad leader doesn't matter. It's not every day you just up and find a dragon scale. Maybe the dragon left it for you.
Your fingers
for all we
open up,
know.
and 3 gnomes start dancing on the scale. And then up your arms. And Astoria,
damn
like,
it.
pulls back, and they are screaming. And Kali and Sora are able to find you and track you. And they get there just as the gnomes are like, yeah, ooh, diamond hard, nipples cutting glass and making girlfriends. He's so cool, he's hot, and he smells like leather and suede. You should wanna make him your baby babe. He's Italian squad leader of the Dragon Mark. He's so cool, he doesn't even have to fart. Yeah.
Fuck, get the hell off of me! And he
Italian's
starts.
doing, Sora's doing like a
tossing
little
the
dance,
gnomes
like a
into
little
the
motion,
snow.
like bobbing up bobbing up and down her head, like, oh my goodness, this is such a catchy song. Oh, did we interrupt something? I smell. She gets does she get the same whiff of like attraction from Astoria, Italian?
You don't. You don't know. You don't know. It could be. He is handsome, but it's not quite the same as like her interest in you. It's not. It's not quite.
All right, listen. I don't know if they were holding hands, singing "Kumbaya," but we got to go because my new friend Kali, right now, she's about to get a lot of trouble. She have to shovel dragon shit, and she might murder me. Listen, I'm
two of
hoping for a
you?
little bit of
So 2 of you
you
got
know.
lost.
lost. And she's laughing out loud at you, like literally, like her sides are buckling. You think lost? Oh my god, Italian, you're so funny. You're so cute. Your diamond nipples, your beautiful looking face. Very, very funny. Also, Astoria, did he scare you? He didn't scare you, did he? Did he try to approach you? Irreverently?
No, everything's fine. We should get back. And she gives Talion a side glance, and she's gonna start forward.
All right, Callie.
I'm gonna roll
your little
sleight of hand.
ducklings.
I'm gonna roll sleight of hand to hide the scale I was given.
Okay, roll it.
And also, Sora plays dumb and is like, "Oh, Astoria, can you please help me? I think it's so much nicer when we have someone to guide you."
Of course.
23 sleight of hand.
Okay. You squirrel it away. Astoria offers her arm to Sora and then introduces herself to Kali with a little bow. I am Astoria.
I am aware. Let us leave.
And we're going to all be besties.
I did not say that.
Astoria does cringe, like, sorry for being trouble.
Someone has to be. Not the only trouble in my life.
Jesus Christ.
That sounds like a good time. But right now, let's move this party off this island thing. And don't worry, Astoria, I got you. And she like pats Astoria on the head. I don't know how tall. How tall is Astoria?
She is a solid, like 5'4".
Oh my god! Yes, Sora's taller than her. So I'm very excited about this. So Sora just gives her a nice pat on the head. Like, it's okay, it's okay. I will
I
teach
will
you
lead
things.
them to the mountainside and be like, climb. Go, go.
Alright, Talion will go first in case he has to catch people.
All right.
Because he'll have a tendency to fall off ropes.
I need all of you to make one big giant roll, and that is a strength saving throw. Okay. A 13 is the DC you needed not to die, so you do.
Oh my god!
You do take
Wait.
12 points of damage because you do get banged up a little bit.
Jesus.
and cold and sore, but you make it down. That's okay. Astoria only got a 14, so you know, she's right there with you. Her nose is bleeding. She's got a little cut on her mouth. But yeah.
See, if anybody asks, we were totally in a fight and we won.
Your 2 squad members plus Lamb, who has just been released from the infirmary, have been forced to stand out in the snow waiting for you. And next to them is the wing leader of Terra Vox, Kaylin.
Prawn of Death says you find 3 good berries.
And that's where we're gonna take
They will spoil
a BRB.
in 24 hours.
Be right back.
I need all of you to roll a persuasion, a group persuasion, before even getting into this conversation.
What a time to use that looking advantage.
And then I need someone to add it all up for me, please.
96.
Remember, she has no charisma. How is she supposed to charisma without my
She
charisma?
risen.
Fuck me.
It's a 96 spec.
Oh, yeah, what he said. He added it. Luke added it up.
All right.
2 natural 20s in that one.
96. And he says, you're all late. And these 2 were waiting for the rest of you. So the rest of you, drop down now and give me 20 push-ups. Now, cadets. All 3 of you roll strength saving throws.
Oh, fuck me. I was going to say, yeah.
Including you,
She
Kali.
doesn't.
I think.
Wait, who's the 3?
Kyle?
Kali,
Not-
Talion, and Sora.
Don't forget Astoria.
Everybody now.
Oh yeah, and Astoria, so the 4 of you. Yep.
Nightwind 21.
What am I
I think Zapkiel, seeing the team is getting punished, is going to do the punishment with them as a sign of solidarity.
All right, we all get
Even though he doesn't have
+2
to.
on
Yeah,
our
roll
saving
it.
throws.
No, +2 on
Or
the saving
stars we
throw
are.
is for 1 person.
Oh, shit.
Mhm.
Thank you, Nightwind. Oh, my God. Thank you. I got a 14.
My intentions were good,
Oh, Lord.
Okay, Kali, what'd you get?
but I think
23, not 20.
Okay, not a problem.
Right.
Sora, what'd you get?
16, baby.
Okay, you struggle at the end, but you still get 20. Zafkael?
Sora glares.
I rolled a nat 1, and I think that's very funny.
Okay, you can't even get through 1. Talion.
Okay, the highest was a 15.
Zafkael,
He's got-
while you're laying face down in the snow, there is a plushy fish that's just like, you got this, you're amazing, even though you suck at doing push-ups, it's okay. You're gonna get a lot better. Don't let this ruin your day. You're amazing, you've got this, you're kind, you're nice, you're considerate.
I just give it a little head pat and like, thanks.
Kaylin explains, you are a squad, and to split up and not follow the rules and linger on a flight field unprotected, unwarranted, is against the code. If you want to continue fucking around and finding out, fine. But that does not mean that you are not subjected to the consequences of your own fucking decisions. And he looks over at Lamb. And then he looks at all of you. Sora, you feel the tension radiating off of him since you can't see his physical form. You just stress, tension, anger, but maybe it's a little misplaced. Regardless, he says, all of you, including second year Kali, detention, and you're on field duty. So you get to go out in the rice patches, and he points, and there is a tiny island. And it's very precarious to get to. And you're gonna do it as a squad. And you're going to gather enough food to feed your entire wing dinner tonight. You leave now. These classes This academy? You have to earn your right. And number one rule, you do not split up your squad. And he looks at you, Talion. Out there in this war, you only have each other's backs. And to let two of them travel alone and almost die, that's on you, squad leader. That's fucking on you. Now get up and get climbing. And he points at the island.
Listen, I get it. You know, Talion, say what you will to him, but
What's your armor
Callie
class?
was not.
I really would have probably tried to stop Sora from talking the second.
No!
she-
Oh hell no! You want to fight armor class? I will fight you, bro. Our Sora's not gonna. No, she's not gonna drag Callie. It wasn't her fault in her eyes. 17.
Okay. Kaylin grabs you around the mouth and the face. Do not talk back to me.
Oh, she's growling at him now. She's gonna bite him.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Oh, that was.
Can I
not
intervene?
good.
You can intervene, yes.
Yeah, I would have liked to have been intervening at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
No,
She
listen,
would definitely like reach
she
for
would
and
try to-
grab Sora's hand.
No, she would try to bat Lissandra's hand away. She's like, I will deal with this kind of thing. What is it for open hand? What is it? What do I add?
Unarmed strike.
I'm sorry to say, Lysandra would not let that slide.
Oh, she's gonna kick you then. She's like, no.
I mean,
You
I'm
you
not
can.
You can only attack one. So it's either you're gonna bite Kaylin or you're going to debuff and debunk Lysandra.
I would say if this is going to be happening at the same time,
I'm gonna debuff and debunk Lysandra.
Okay.
She would give her a look where it's like, like, don't.
would she be able to react fast enough if she's already in the middle of trying to bite?
It'll be a disadvantage to strike you.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll roll.
I gotta roll anything or
You gotta roll to her armor class.
Wunderbar? Would it be unarmed strike? I'm guessing.
Yes.
I'm not trying to hit her. I just want that to be clear.
Yeah, no. Sora being a butt. Oh shit! You hit my armor class. I'll tell you that.
Okay, so the 23. Before, does anyone else want to intervene?
Yeah, I would have wanted to. I would
Okay.
have been wanting to the second she started trying to talk back.
Okay, so Talion also is moving to stop Sora. Is he doing it physically?
Yes.
Okay, so
we're
roll,
already in
roll to hit
hot shit
her.
as it is.
Roll to hit her armor class.
Do you want it on forge or with the dice?
Either way.
Okay. I'm just gonna use my dice. Okay. I just want to know I'm not doing this to cause damage.
I know you rolled
This
it
is
over
revenge
like a
for the
25.
nectar.
I think you rolled a
the book of
25.
notes.
I rolled a natural 20, but I'm not trying to
Uh-huh.
do damage to
Okay,
you.
so you're grabbing a hold of her. Okay, and Zaf Kael.
I'm staying out of this. I don't want to
Okay.
upset her anymore or get us into any more trouble.
Okay,
It's already handled, I believe.
Astoria is also watching, kind of like struck by the violence. Again, this is not her flight or fight is triggered, and she is kind of frozen. Ollie.
I will.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Can I actually just move a little closer to her, and just hold her hand just to try to comfort her?
You know, it's funny you guys assume that I need saving, where maybe I just want to be where Sora wants to be, where she wants to be. Ever thought of that?
Oh boy. Okay, and Kali, do you intervene at all?
No.
No. Okay.
Not
All right.
Halen.
So she goes to bite into his thick, heavy rider's glove because he's still wearing it. What does it look like? So Sora tries to kick out at Lysandra. What did you get to hit that armor class?
I got a 23.
What did Sora get to hit your armor class?
Good question.
Oh shit! No, I got a 15.
Okay, so you dodge. Lysandra, you dodge. What does it look like? How do you stop her?
I would say she would dodge and go behind her and like hook her by her shoulders, like
Okay.
hook from up under her arms, to hold her back.
Got it. And then
Go for the full Nelson.
what does Talion do?
Well,
That is
he's gonna
diabolical to say. Hold on.
He's gonna restrain Sora at the legs after he watched her try and kick out at her, at Lysandra.
Okay, so Sora, as they pull you back, Kaylin lets go of your face. And you're surprised. Your jaw should feel bruised. It should hurt. And through the rage, it's more a body sensation. You're not going to bruise. It was incredibly firm, that hold, but it was not meant to injure you. Regardless, what do you say?
She will actually say this to her squad, and she's angry. I'm not a princess that needs saving. If the consequences are mine, then let me suffer the consequences. I don't need your help.
Oh, I'm not doing this to help you. I'm doing this to help myself. The consequences are not your own. As we very clearly can tell, the actions of one or a few affect the lot. So if you could just calm down for 2 seconds, pretty lady with wonderful, beautiful snarls, that would be lovely, because I really don't want to get into deeper shit.
Anything from Talion before Kaylin starts talking?
Lysandra pretty much covered it.
Okay. Then Kaylin looks at Kali, and he makes a motion with his hands. And he says, "Up the stairways. You're just as in trouble. You shouldn't have started this. You know better." And he points at your dragon, and the pseudo-dragon, which is, as you know, the projection of a seer, shrinks, and he mutters, not only to your mind, but Kaylin's, "I understand." And so Kali, he sends you away. But you can feel your friend's disappointment that you let your dragon's intensity cause this entire debacle.
Maybe you should be the one to argue with Gorma and Tara.
"I will," says Kaylin. And you hear Gorma in your mind. I would like to not fight the wing leader, please. I'm just a little baby boy, that's all. I'm just little, I'm a wee lad." Tara just cackles. And Kaylin's face whips around to look at Sora, and that scar on the side of his face that flips his lip up in a permanent snarl, it is ugly. And when he's glaring, it's even more twisted. And even though you can't see him, you can tell that he's angry when he says quietly, Sora, he says, "I don't know what your fucking issue is, but if you don't drop your attitude in a military fucking academy, when your officer addresses you, you are going to get yourself fucking killed. The reason that you are broken up into squads is because dragons fly in a riot." And he gets really close. "Do you understand? Or is that beyond you? Because if that is fucking beyond you, then you are expelled here and now. Because your reckless behavior is going to get one of them killed. They fly in teams. They rely on each other. Just as we are supposed to learn to do. And you are being a pissant, bratty little girl." And he nods to Talion and Lysandra to let her go. And he says, "The rest of you get going. Sora will catch up." And when Lamb goes to open his mouth, he says, "Enough!" And Lamb hobbles off. Astoria offers him an arm. So it's just you and him, Sora?
I don't get what your fucking problem is with me. But whatever it is, personal, you need to drop it. Or you're gonna get not only yourself, but your squad. And God forbid you bond a dragon, because you're gonna get that dragon fucking killed. So what do you have to say for yourself?
Sora is, or she would be staring at him if she could, but she has her hands behind her. You know how like the soldiers stand with their feet apart, hands behind her,
Parade rest.
hands behind their back. Yeah. She would be, her hands would be bleeding because she is like holding in just. She's trying to keep it together. And she says, "Sorry, sir. There's no problem, sir. I apologize for my behavior, sir."
Great, so now that we're alone and you don't have a fucking audience, you don't want to talk truthful. What do you-
Listen, do you want me to obey you or do you want me to, like, talk back to you? Which one would you like?
I asked you
Tell
a
me what you
fucking
need, sir.
question. What is your damage? What is your fucking problem with me? Do you want me to take a guess? Because I can.
And he starts walking slowly around you in the snow. You can feel the heat radiating off of him. So with it being said, Sora, he waits long enough to hear you answer.
I think she's gonna hesitate a little bit. And she'll say, "With all due respect, sir, and you can tell she hates saying this. Like, it shows on her face, it shows with her body language.
Okay, if that's the case, he says,
With no respect, then. Speak it plainly. Because
You
I can
make me
tell.
nervous."
I make you nervous, and so your first reaction is small dog syndrome? To bark and yap? To try to bite me?
I don't like how you treated a subordinate.
She
It was not Callie's fault, it
started
was
it.
my
Do you
fault.
understand that if she had not entered that classroom, none of this would have happened? Do you understand that if she had come to me or to her wing leader, this would not have happened? Is that lost on you?
She was listening to her dragon and the will of the dragons.
The reason this works, the reason this academy works, is because they respect our rules and do not intervene. Terranaxis is going to be punished. He is going to face a trial of the Imperium. And we do not intervene with that. The dragons are handling his... The treaty between our different species has to be upheld to a certain degree, or it falls apart. Because do you know what we are, Sora?
and he's gonna grab your arm where it's scarred and pull your glove off.
These
And he's holding you really tight now, but again, it's not enough to bruise, it's just heavy.
These? You wouldn't have these if it wasn't for the uprising. If it wasn't for the Emperor.
And he reaches up and he puts a gloved hand on top of your head, like he's touching where you were burned by the Emperor, where you were marked, and he says, "And this?
You're lucky you can hide it. But it marks you. It means that you're an enemy to them. And if they can find any fucking reason to kill you, they'll do it."
And he lets you go all at once, but not before sliding your glove into your hand again.
Because we are marked. We're kids from the traitors who tried to overthrow the Emperor. I am not trying to get into your way. I am not trying to be an asshole. I am not trying to be your villain, Sora. But it's my job to make sure that every fucking cadet that can, every marked that can, makes it to bonding a goddamn fucking dragon. So the next time you want to lose your shit, do it quieter. Challenge me on the mat. You want to fight me? You want something to rage against with all that pain inside of you? Fine. Then try to end me when we fucking spar. Use that protective instinct how it's supposed to be used. With strategy. Know when to let that volcano explode.
And he stops because he's been pacing around you this whole time, other than when he removed the glove and etc. And he stops and he's standing behind you and he leans in close.
And he says, because it will serve you well to know when to let it burn everything. And when to simply let it smolder. Let it grow in intensity. Until it's ready to explode. And then you can use that to your advantage. But don't burn so hot and fast that you're dead before you even have a dragon.
I think she would whip around to like just look at him, like be as close as she can. Like I don't know. She's only like 5'8". I don't know how tall he is. He's like 6'4" or something. He's huge, and she just looks at him like this, like studying him, trying to figure out what's his angle. And why do you care? I didn't ask you to protect me. And who says that I didn't want to die along with everybody else?
Seeing as they didn't kill you, you didn't get to make that choice.
Roll an insight.
Okay, that's a dirty 20.
When you say, why do you care? You sense a shift in his energy and his scent gets really, really sad. And you clue in, taking care of you, taking care of every marked uprising child. actually has nothing to do with them. And everything to do with them. But you assume someone made him promise that he would. And you assume that that someone is dead, just based on how intense his scent changes. The smell of pine and leather and soap. It washes over you with grief.
It's my job. And I'm going to keep doing it, whether you try to get yourself killed or not. Catch up to the rest of your squad. You're dismissed.
Yes, sir. And just you know, sir, when you break yourself apart, what's left for you to take care of yourself? And she walks off.
There is a couple of your crew waiting for you. But the scent that hits you first is lamb. He didn't go far, not without you.
It was our dad.
He says.
Our dad made him promise.
She puts his hand over his mouth and she's like, I don't want to hear it.
I know, but you have to.
I don't want you to tell.
He moves your
I don't want
fingers.
you to tell me.
We all lost somebody, Sora, and it's just... I don't want anything bad to happen to you. And he...
So
Oh,
he's your brother?
shit.
He's your brother?
Yeah.
Okay, great. You have siblings that are alive. I have nobody.
You have me.
And she just walks off.
But he says it so soft.
You have me.
Sora only hears it muttered.
Sora is sad, upset, because she knows that Kaelin is right. She feels bad for Lamb, putting him in this situation. She feels bad for her party, but she has so much pride. And she just doesn't say it. She just keeps very quiet.
Lamb limps after you with Astoria helping him, and you catch up to Zafkael, Lysandra, and Talion. What does the party do? Any conversation?
I think Zap is just kind of angry at everyone who made them late, got them in trouble. He's not saying anything.
Do you smell angry? I have that's a genuine question.
Yeah, I would smell angry.
And then, so Sora just be like, listen, if you're going to be angry, just let us know. Tell us. It's better than climbing up.
I mean, yeah, I'm angry, but what good's
Okay.
telling? You already know. It's the.
Okay, well, let's then talk about it, huh? Get angry.
There's no point in actually getting more
Why is
angry,
there no
working
point?
myself up.
Why is there no point? Tell me. You're
But
going
it's
to
already
just...
done.
Okay.
Everything that's needed to be said was said, I assume.
Sorry to interrupt you both, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna look for traps and figure out what we've got going on ahead of us.
Okay, thank you, Lysandra.
Of course. Be safe, and you, Sora, try not to bite someone's head off.
Right, Lysandra. Like, she says it like, damn it, she's right.
And me getting any more angry, though, towards you is just more of a fight that I don't want to have.
Why not?
I mean, that's how you get physical with the commander. I don't need you getting physical with me. I've had a bad luck with that recently.
Well, then what are you going to do about it?
I don't know.
No, none of this. No, I don't know bullshit. Listen,
I mean, that's what the
you are
spoons
going to
for,
do
right?
something about it, and I'm going to help
I-
you because it's part. I'm going to help you because you'll carry. This is her way of apologizing, by the way. She just can't say it. And she's like, "I'm going to help you because then you'll drag everyone down. How are you supposed to bond the dragon if you can't even do one push-up?
I
I'm
don't
How
know
are you
if
going
the
to
Astoria,
dragons.
she's like counting. She's like, I think I did 12. And Lamb laughs.
Okay, you need to be able to do 20.
And Lamb's like, I don't even think I could do one right now.
Well, you
Why are
can
they
count.
making you
You're first.
come with us? Like, you're still injured.
It's okay. Talion can carry me, right?
And he kind of tries to break the tension with a little lopsided smile and a dimple. Eyebrows lifted, like, please make a joke. Please help me.
Hey, let me see your leg real
It
quick.
goes right over Talion's head.
No, listen,
Damn.
I got that. And I give Lamb one of my potions that we got.
No, let me treat him.
No.
My special base.
You. Shush.
Lamb blushes
You-
a little
you already
bit. He's like, and then Astoria's like, oh, I didn't
Get
know
over
that
here.
you were like that. And he's like what? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Like what? And she's like, nothing. You appreciate it all like me.
What? I never said that.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Anyways,
We're
here,
not talking about anything.
and just
Thank you for
I
this
just
potion.
take open.
Here's my leg,
I-
but I think it's
I-
actually my guts. The fact that they were cut in my
Your
hips.
guts?
And
You know how you take a dog and you go "Gah," and you open their mouth.
oh, okay, yes.
Sora
Oh.
does that.
oh.
And just
Okay.
I'm gonna examine him too myself. See if I can do anything to help him.
okay. Sorry, Lamb. I didn't like. Oh, you okay? Like, is that like
What?
realizing
No,
that
hold
it's
on.
totally being zapped?
Wait. Whoa.
It's like me and Dalian can listen.
I was just trying to break the tension. Please don't misunderstand. And
you like lift up his shirt, and he's like,
It's really cold.
"Hello, medicine."
Stop fidgeting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just all happening. Talion is walking just ahead.
25 minutes then.
Doesn't even turn his head to this.
Fair.
Oi, leader, why were you stuck up in the snow anyway?
Roll an insight.
Hold on to that. Hold on to your roll for just a moment.
Yep.
A healing potion or any magical curing would help finish mending his flesh. He's probably suffered some fractures. Hairline from where the dagger went in and gutted him while on the mat. So,
I'm gonna use a cure wounds at 2nd level for him.
okay.
He healed 20 points.
Okay, and he drinks the potion, and it's going to take you just a few minutes, 5 to 10 of just focusing. And while you're doing that, you can feel as your magic reaches out to cure him just how gentle of a soul he is. You can actually see where he sutured himself because of the tie. His knowledge and his ability to keep himself alive with a killing blow speaks volumes. And he reminds you of yourself, Zaf. Maybe he was meant for the healing quadrant, the triage tower, to be an apprentice priest, but he chose to be a writer for whatever reason.
You did a good job keeping this wound together. Are you trained in the medical arts as well?
Sometimes. Yeah. Some days, no thoughts, only spoon smooth up here. You think that's a lie, and he's trying to be humble, or he's embarrassed by the fact that you've noticed this delicate detail about him that he's good at.
Oh, it's a very good skill. I think more writers should understand it. And it's such a vast thing to learn.
He swallows. Yeah.
Also, it can be useful for taking apart enemies as well. Knowing how the human body works.
That's crazy that you would say it like that. That's kind of scary, actually. Do you mean after death, like collection, or you mean like knowing?
No, I
where to-
mean in order where to kill and how to kill.
Oh, okay. All right, sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Because we have to, even if we're healers, we have to fight too now.
Yeah. But I have things worth fighting for.
That's good. You need something to keep you going forward.
You too. Thanks. And he lowers his shirt and stretches a little. I feel a lot better. Thanks.
I'm gonna reach up on my little like thorny crown, pick off a little mushroom, and I'm gonna put it in his hair.
Is this to eat later?
Flirt.
Do whatever you want with it.
Thank you.
And he pulls
Sure.
it down and examines it.
Huh. What are you? Just from a
What do
scholarly
you
kind of.
mean?
Are you a myconid? I've read about them.
I'm very much human. I believe the mushrooms started growing after a goddess saved me from a very rough sickness in my early childhood.
So like a boon from a deity.
Or just a lingering effect after being touched by a deity.
Oh. So did you die? And you came back and because there's
don't think I
returning
died.
sickness. Oh, okay.
I don't know if I died. I could have.
Fascinating.
I was only 10 at the time. I was in a small village. Farming village. Didn't have any good doctors. All the other children died.
From the sickness?
Yes. I was the only survivor. Part of the reason I wanted to learn medicine myself.
What was your village name?
It's been so long I don't even remember.
Do you remember what year it was?
I'll give him the year.
Okay. You can see this kid, because he's younger than all of you. He's probably barely 18, right? Super brain.
Mhm.
He's like filing all this information away. He doesn't have a pen or pencil, but in his mind, you can imagine him with little short glasses, sitting at a desk, writing all this down. Probably going to research it later. All the embarrassment about being seen and just being aware sort of leaves, completely replaced by his interest in history, magic, healing, knowledge, etc. Any other
Oh.
roleplay for you?
That's it for Zafkiel for now.
Okay. Well, meanwhile, back over to Sora and Talion.
You sounded very
Okay.
excited on that insight roll.
I got a nat 20, baby.
Wow, what a time to
So 24.
what a time to get a fucking natural 20.
I know, because I've been learning. I'm like, thank God I have that I have the multi-class because I got that plus to a lot of good shit. So, but unfortunately, I don't have proficiency in insight, so it's only a 24.
Well, natural 20 is a natural 20. So I need to make a roll for Talion now. And since we're nearing the end of the session, I'll use a pocket advantage because I'm not going to have it next session anyway, so why not? We'll just throw it.
Pocket sand.
Pocket sand! Wow, even with advantage. Wow, that was garbage. Holy shit, that was garbage. Okay. Okay, so with a natural 20 insight against a saving throw that doesn't even come close. For Sora, it's the scent that hits first, and it hits you first there because it's a scent that you have never really scented from Talion before in the time that you've known him now and in the past. It is the scent is very, very heavy, and it's also it's hard to describe it almost. It's almost isolating in once you smell. And then you notice it in his body language. Like you can tell that he's listening to the conversations happening behind him as he's walking just ahead of everyone. But he seems lost in his own thoughts. You think with a natural 20, you think there are things that he has said today and things that he has done today that has him questioning himself for some reason.
Ooh, spicy. Ooh, I like it. Okay, so with this in mind, Sora, how tall is Talion?
He is exactly 6 foot.
God damn it. Okay, so he's still taller than Sora. Let me live my tall people dreams. And so Sora goes up to him and starts gets real close up to your back and starts sniffing you. And then she whispers in your ear, "Are you gonna tell me your little secret?"
God, he's like, yeah, that gets Talion to just fucking jump, and he whips on you. Why are you like that?
Ooh, yes, you know something you shouldn't know. You found something, little Fang. Are you going to share? I promise I won't tell. Shh. She gets real close, and you can tell she's excited. She's like, "Tell me what you know."
Would you stop getting so goddamn close?
What's wrong? I smell great, okay?
And
He's like,
it's a
"Smell."
natural 20 insight. You got his heart pumping a little bit, and he's hating the fact that you got his heart pumping a little bit. He's trying his best to regain his composure as quickly as possible, but his fucking shitty ass charisma save is just garbage.
Garbage. Listen. And she just grabs his she grabs a hand, she squeezes his arm and she's like, "Listen, how about we make a trade? I'll tell you a secret and you tell me a secret."
If that makes him pause. You can't see his face, but he's searching your face like he's trying to figure out the angle here.
Oh, she just wants to know. She's like, "Ooh, exciting, new information. Like, do tell me. Like, oh my god, what'd you find out?" And think of it this way: Sora doesn't think. She's not saying that you're trying to hide something on purpose, but more like the more she knows, like the more you know, the more it helps kind of like her understand. So it's kind of like her trying to be like, "Oh, maybe you know something about the dragons. Maybe you know something about the school. That gives us a leg up, That's like something between kind of like, because she has never said like out loud, very loudly, like who you are. And it's kind of her way of respecting your privacy. So in her mind, it's like you guys have a friendship, a bond.
Oh, the scent. Ah, shit.
Like, come on, tell me. I promise I won't tell. And she just leans in closer. Please, it'll be good. I have a rough day. Listen, you got in trouble. I didn't even know that you were, honestly, like, I figured you were gone, but I didn't know what you were doing. And honestly, I don't really care. I was just like, he's doing his own thing. I respect his privacy. But we both got in trouble. It's both our fault. So now we're in this together. And then you were with Astoria? Oh my god. Wait. Do you like Astoria? Is that what you were? Were you trying to confess your feelings for her? Is that what it is?
And he says it with like a very, it's a very heavy, like, flat no.
I will say
And-
Astoria is watching this exchange and listening.
Wow,
She's
you told me that.
so
You told me that
hot
now.
and she's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, listen, if
She-
you like her, it's totally fine because, like, honestly, I also like I just she's cute. I can totally get it. I get it. But if
Sora,
you
I
feel like,
can't
oh no,
tell you.
you're such a dark, if it's because you're afraid you're
Sora.
too dark and mysterious,
He grabs your shoulders. Sora, for God's sake. I can't tell you. I can't. For two different reasons. One, because I made a promise not to. And two, for someone like me. For someone like me, secrets are everything. And perhaps for you, it's best you know nothing about me at all. And he's gonna pull away and he's gonna walk further ahead of the party.
and she tilts her head and she files that information away and makes a note of it. And Sora's brain is thinking. And she turns around. She's like, Astoria, listen, are you guys ready? Is Lam okay?
What the party doesn't see is Talion's comment about secrets. Astoria flinches because her skin is crawling with them. Her mind is a loud cacophony of secrets. And when you turn towards her, Sora, you can't see that her gaze is trailing after Talion. Like there is a thread of lies, deceit, secrets. Like recognizes like. For good, for worse, for plenty or for less. Lamb breaks the tension and says, I'm good here. We're good. We're fine.
Okay.
Are you fine?
Mm-hmm. Do you need me to lead you by the arm? I mean, it's the blind leading the not so blind. But if you have a limp, you could lean on me and I could help you out. Or lean on Zap. I mean, lean on Zapkiel.
You are surprised when silently Lamb closes the distance between the two of you and he loops his arm under yours.
Oh, okay. I get it. Lower center of gravity. If Zap's so tall, if he falls. I get it. Sometimes getting shoulder, that's why you have a walking stick, right? And not the walking
He
staff.
chuckles and kind of like urges you forward. Like, yeah, okay, come on.
All right, let's go. Don't worry, I will protect you.
Thank you. I need protecting. I didn't ace the physical exam or anything. I just, I'm very weak. Lamb, like a lost lamb,
Then you be my eyes, and I'll be your strength.
I have a really weird question. I don't know if your weasel speaks common, but she's very cute, and I've really wanted to give her scritches. Is that allowed? May I
Hey, would
you're-
you like? Well, it's Kay's decision. Kay's,
No,
Kay's has a mind of her own.
she wants no
Kay's-
scritches from Lamb.
All right, she doesn't want no scritches, and she just. It's okay,
Got it.
it's a trust thing.
Yeah, of course. Sad. Okay.
You could always give scritches to Zaphael.
You are, it's weird. That's weird. You're flirty. Like, not everybody wants to, like, flirt and have hand holding, making out. What? You know what? Just keep walking. Stop.
You're not even
Shh.
interested in love.
Shh.
You.
He
but
picks up
it's fun to
snow.
tease
He puts
you.
some snow in your face. He's like, "Eat this." I don't want to talk about it. I'm 18.
Oh, she's gonna shove
a
him in the
man.
snow.
No. No. All right. So you push him in the snow, and
You can't be so rough with my patient.
he just lays in it.
Oh, she throws a snowball at Zaphael. And then she throws one at Astoria, and then she throws one at Talion. I don't know. And by the way, this is not trying to aim, so it's like way past you, doesn't even reach. Like, you're just like, where is she aiming at? For Talion, just whizzes by his face, like way like in front of him. Like it just went boop.
I will say this: he would have walked far enough that he wouldn't be in like sight of anyone.
Within 30 feet?
He went pretty far ahead.
60 feet?
He went pretty far ahead.
100 feet?
He went
And-
pretty far ahead.
So, Sora,
It's just-
you, Lamb, and Zapkael are kind of lost in a frenzy because Lamb pulls you into the snow. He pulls you into the snow. He gives Kay scritches, and Kay like attacks his face. And there's just a moment of Lamb trying to break the tension, just trying to make it a little less of anything tense or sad. And so the group of you is thoroughly distracted. Talion, you step away until you can no longer hear the screeches, the laughter, the shouting, the temporary reprieve from it all. You think that you're alone. You look around and you don't see anyone else.
I think Talion kind of ducks behind a boulder, a sheet of ice for a second, and his heart is pounding like a freight train. And he hates that. He hates that that's happening right now. He can feel he's breathing quickly. His forehead is sweating even though he's in the middle of a fucking snowy ass mountain. Academy, whatever the fuck. And he's just running through these things that he's said, these things that he's done today with Astoria, with the party. Why does he care so much about it? What does it matter if he cares about these people? It detracts from why he's here. Relationships detract him from what he was trained to do. Cracks in his composure threaten everything. They threaten every lie he tells. They threaten every smile he tries to put on. They threaten everything that he is, everything that he was made to be. And then he kind of puts his hands to his curls. He's ruffling them, trying to get himself back together. And he's just looking at himself in this reflection of ice that he's staring at. And he's running a hand across his cheek. And every time he looks at it, he doesn't understand why, but he just feels angry. He feels angry every time he looks at this face. And in this moment of vulnerability that he cannot afford to show, because he's afraid of even... He's afraid of even looking back at what he has had to do to accomplish his mission. And in that moment of vulnerability, he pulls off the mask. He pulls off his mask to reveal the face that he doesn't even recognize. But it's the one that he's stuck with. This is the face that he sees. The face that he does not recognize. And he can't help but think back on Terranaxis' words. Is he here to free himself? Is he here to break some chain? He doesn't know.
Staring back at you, tan skin, golden eyes, golden hair, pointed ears. There's a lot of people with this kind of coloring. The only thing that you know, what you were called, and that isn't your real name. The Order, they call you Fulcrum. But these other dragonriders, they call you Talion. And you wonder how are you going to bond a dragon when you don't even know who you are?
It's that singular thought that just enrages him.
You hear a sound, like a gasp. Do you turn towards it?
Ah, god damn it. Sure.
You see Astoria's retreating form. Meanwhile, Zafkael and Sora, in this wrestling and this playfulness, you find something curious. Sora, at one point, you are grabbing onto Lamb and playfully, like he's your little brother, biting onto the top of his head, and you can't help. His ears are little. They're little. And they're kind of funny and cute. But as you're moving, like, some of the hair aside, you can see that there's the slightest point. But his curls hide perfectly. You can feel it. And when I say see, you feel it. Like some elven heritage. And that's where we're gonna end tonight.
I know, I wanted more time, sad.
Oh, shit! Secrets, all the secrets tonight. Damn, Talion's high.